So this is the playhouse I built for my kids a few years ago. And the part that I really wanted to focus on was this octagon part right here that sticks up. Because what we're gonna try to do is figure out what do the angles have to be set at to create this like tower part of this. So we're gonna go inside and look at the framing and see if we can see what the angles need to be. So now we're inside looking up at the octagon framing. And so what the question is, you notice this is going around like the inside of the octagon. What my question is what angle do I want to set the miter gauge at to see to get the end on this board? So we've got this board here, we've got this board here. They're mitered, they're cut at an angle on the end so they meet together. And you can't quite see the angle there because it's covered up by the other boards, studs that are going up and down. But that's what I want to try to figure out is what does that angle have to be to get this octagon to come out of this. And right here is another example of the same idea. I didn't build this gazebo, I put a new roof on it, and when we moved in the railings were really rotten, and so I had to make new railings for it. But the angles are the same here because I'm still making an octagon basically. And so here you can kind of see the angle a little better. Ignore this part, I just did that to make it look fancier. That's what I want to know is what is the angle that we want to cut on the end of that in order to make this come out to this octagon shape when we go all the way around. And then the last piece of information I thought I would give you guys to figure out this angle is how a miter saw works, because it might not be exactly what you think. Right now this miter saw is set up so if you put a piece of wood in here and cut it, it would cut it at a 90-degree angle. However, on the miter saw, that 90-degree angle is read as 0 on the big numbers. So if that's the case, if 0 degrees actually means 90 degrees, and you can see a lot of miter saws have this scale on here where they say 60 and 30, but what's really done is you measure them by not the angle, by the complement of the angle. And so what I want to know is what angle do I need to set this miter saw at, how many degrees, in order to get that octagon to come out if the corners are mitered.